Good morning, everyone. With the blessings of the Almighty and our revered founder, Sri V.L. Ethiraj, we would like to begin our Orientation Day program for the second and third UG and second PG students. A very warm welcome to our distinguished principal, respected vice principals, and my dear staff members and students. Let us now begin the program with Tamil Thai Varthu.
கடலுடுத்த நிலமடந்த கெழிதொழுகும் சீராரும் பதனமென திகழ்வடத கண்டமெனில் தெக்கணமும் அதில் சிறந்த திராவிடர் திருநாடும் தக்க சிறு திரை நுதலும் தரித்தனரும் திலகமுமே திலக வாசனை போல் அனைத்துலகும் இன்பமுற எத்திசையும் புகழ் மணக்க இருந்த பெரும் தமிழனே தமிழனே உன் சீரிழமை திறம்பியந்த செயல் மறந்து வாழ்த்ததுமே வாழ்த்ததுமே
Good morning. I am Dr. Sujata, Head of the Department of Biochemistry and Dean of Academics for the Self-Supporting Stream. The Department of Biochemistry is in charge of the orientation program, and on behalf of our college, I welcome you all to this program. As already being the student of the college and being involved yourself in various academic and other activities, you might wonder, why would we need to have a week-long orientation? But the answer is quite simple. As we are still living in the pandemic period and we have not come out of the normal situation, new normal situation, and trying to cope up with the post-pandemic waves. So college has decided to provide you with a package of programs to enhance your academic and personal well-being. As we are heading towards the new academic year, at the same time, we have to face the upcoming consequences. The orientation program includes the topics like effective use of library e-resources Ebsco, adapting to the post-pandemic, effective articulation for professional communication, getting ready for career and the process of placement drive, know your rights, and rejuvenation of body, mind, and soul. I hope this would enable you to have a holistic approach towards life. I request all of you to make use of this opportunity. May I now request our principal ma'am to address the students. Thank you so much for the opportunity. Over to Dr. S. Kodai, Principal and Secretary of Ethiraj College. Thanks again.
Good morning to one and all present. To strive, to seek, to find, and not to yield is the motto that faculty, students, and alumni of Ethiraj College for Women have always proved to be true, especially during challenging times as this pandemic. It gives me immense pleasure to meet all my beloved students, darling daughters, in the virtual meeting platform. I welcome you all. My heartfelt wishes to you for the beginning of the orientation program 2021. I encourage all of you to join other Ethirajians and continue to spearhead the aroma of the disciplines and academic standards established by our institution. Our institution, founded with the lofty ideals envisioned by our revered founder, Sri V.L. Ethiraj, is a citadel of learning. Skill and confidence are an unconquered army said George Herbert. This is the time for the younger student generation, the future pillars of the society, our darling and sparkling daughters, to kindle the subjective and cognitive skills, enhance interpersonal relationships, to facilitate comprehensive growth, the overall growth. Our institution would like to fix its importance in producing well-disciplined community to emerge out as potential candidates, exemplifying a holistic development. We encourage our students to be the fullest beneficiaries of all the facilities and infrastructure available in our college. I would like to say that the students should keep track of all the circulars in online dispensation across the institution about the online programs, campus programs, internships, webinars, etc. I also request you to keep yourselves tuned to the messages delivered from the principal's desk through e-portals and give prompt responses for the same. Experience is one thing you can't get for nothing. Success has no shortcut. The best way to success are hard work, persistence, learning from the past, and learning from the patience. The pandemic has increased our time by reducing the travel time, etc. So utilize the time effectively to develop new life skills, improve career opportunities, learn more new techniques, new languages, build your self-confidence and self-esteem. To keep you energetic, inspired, and motivated, we have arranged this orientation program, webinars, etc. Let's go through the PPT now. Welcome, students. The vision of Ethiraj College to holistically develop women by imparting knowledge, value systems, technology, competencies, and global skill sets. Next, the mission. To achieve our vision by creating a student-centric learning environment that is driven by passion for excellence, research culture, ecosystem for innovation and creativity. To encourage a participatory approach among staff, students, alumni, and other stakeholders. To provide adequate opportunities to engage in multitude of interests of our diverse student community in academic, co-curricular, and extracurricular activities. To offer a campus of excellence with world-class infrastructure, technology, and support services to our staff and students. Our Board of Trustees, our Chairperson, Tirumati Chandra Devi Tanigachalam Madam, Financial Trustee, Thiru S. Sridharan, members, Professor Vittal, Dr. Kribashankar, Dr. Shekhar, University Representative, Professor Dr. E. Murugan, and myself, Principal and Secretary, Dr. S. Kodai. The Vice Principals, Dr. D.B. Usharani aided, and Dr. T. Ushapriya self-supporting. We very well know that the autonomy was introduced for the aided stream in the year 1999 and for the self-supporting stream in the year 2005. The student strength, aided stream, 2,991, self-supporting stream, 4,356, total 7,347. I'm very proud to say that the highest enrollment of women students in the state of Tamil Nadu. Thank you. The credits. We were re-accredited with grade A by NAC. I'm happy to inform we are with college with potential for excellence from UGC New Delhi, ranked first in the quality audit assessment carried out by the University of Madras. MOUs, international level, Binghamton University, New York, if I remember right, on April 2019, we signed the MOU with Binghamton University, New York. We already have with Concordia University, ACCA UK, CMA USA. National level, we have listed only a few, we have many more. College rankings. National Institutional Ranking Framework. All India ranking 46th rank. India Today, 22nd rank in arts, 21st rank in sciences, and 37th rank in commerce. The Week magazine, 18th rank in arts, science, and commerce. Our library, state-of-the-art library. The houses over 1 lakh books, spacious reading halls on each floor, exclusive floor for journals. Our reading room in the library. We have 42 print journals available. Network resource sharing. Our internet center. Books are issued against students' ID cards. Achievements. I'm very happy to inform our esteemed chairperson received Think Edu Award by Indian Express from CM of Tamil Nadu and Central Minister Srimati Smriti Irani. Award for Excellence in Women's Higher Education. Myself received Kalvi's ML Award. Very proud that we are Guinness World Record institution for the longest stage play for 28 hours, 34 minutes, and 43 seconds. We are proud Ethirajians for achieving this Guinness World Record. The courses added during the period 2021, number 1, MSc Applied Psychology, number 2, MA Human Resource Management. The courses funded by UGC, we had add-on courses, we have certificate courses, we have certificate courses offered by aided departments, Tamil, English, Economics, etc., and also certificate courses offered by self-supporting departments, English, Commerce, Mathematics, etc. Curriculum, choice-based on guidelines framed by the University of Madras, Tanshe, AICTE, and the UGC. Choice-based credit system as per Tanshe. Skill-based subjects and non-major electives, soft skill papers under Part 4. Incorporation of recent trends, industry requirements, feedback from the stakeholders for the design of the curriculum. Compulsory credits, participation in various clubs, teaching learning methods. Yes, online teaching. We were introduced all this right from March 2020. Google Meet, Google Classroom, e-lectures from teachers, from guest faculty, virtual seminars, online assignments, online quiz, and the use of applications such as Jamboard, etc. Ethiraj Center for Research, Innovation and Creativity, ECRIC, was formed with the management funding of 25 lakhs in April 2019. If I'm right, it's on 16th April 2019. 15 management funded research projects were sanctioned to faculty for the academic year 1920, and it's continuing for 2020-2021, and it will go on. Grants for research projects are given by the Ethiraj College Trust for the students as well as for the faculty. Technic activity cells, intellectual property rights cell, research and consultancy cell, incubation cell, corporate training cell, student development cell, institutional social responsibility cell. All these cells are working at a high speed such that many activities are taking place in our college. The Research Day was celebrated on 26th February 2021, marked the Research Day as our, or the National Science Day as our research day in our college. Research Club. We have our instrumentation center funded by UGC. The list of equipments in the instrumentation center is given in the list here. UV spectrometer, FTIR, fluorescent spectrophotometer, cooling centrifuge, HPLC, GC, etc. The IT infrastructure. We have computer labs, English language lab, HP workstations, etc. IQAC, Internal Quality Assurance Cell. IQAC is actively involved in all quality-related activities, and its primary aim is quality enhancement. It organizes workshops, seminars to promote the quality of academics and research. Student support. Orientation program for the freshers and also for the senior students. Week-long orientation program for the current students. Handbook, calendar, magazine, maintenance of the college website. I'm very happy to say that we have revamped the college website. Whenever time permits, please go through it, browse it. We have student mentor system. Scholarships are issued by the management, alumni, government and private sectors. Placement cell with a placement officer. Personality development classes. Placement preparation is done. Special training is given to SC/ST and economically backward students. UGC funded remedial classes after the college hours is also taking place. Student support. Hostel, bank, Xerox center, internet browsing center, college buses, public address system, PCO, women's study center, canteens, tie-up with the Sports Development Authority of Tamil Nadu, and different cells in our college. Especially for our physically challenged students, we have lifts and ramps and other facilities. The health center, doctors available in the campus, we have health insurance, health card, etc. Placement, Bhavishya, 2 days, career fair, final students, UG and PG utilize this to the maximum. We have collaboration with TCS and other companies. King's Learning Institute is helping us to conduct skill enhancement training program. Very good placement drive in our campus. About 10 leading companies and more are approaching us this year also. You can browse the list of companies here for the campus drive. All this happened during the pandemic 2020-2021. the training programs, the best innovative practices for students. I proudly say that in Ethiraj College, we have mentor board meeting, the conduct of the e-polling for office bearers of student union, endowment scholarship for differently able students also, free noon meal scheme, free breakfast sponsored by ECAA, Ethiraj College Alumni Association. Leave record is maintained by every student. Usually we have morning assembly at 8 a.m. In online also we are doing that. This year we have introduced chatbot. We are planning for the newsletter to be circulated and many more new ideas which will be implemented with your support for the Ethiraj College for Women. Now you're looking for the controller of examinations block, the new library block, nutrition block, the modernized hostel block, the sports complex, which is a new addition to Ethiraj College for Women, indoor sports training facility center and sports hostel, UGC funded, sports infrastructure development facility grant. I proudly inform you that we have got the UGC grant more than 1 crore 20 lakhs, and you will be enjoying that in the sports department. The sports facilities, separate coaches for various games, yoga, aerobics, karate, gymnastics, etc., along with the usual sports. The sports day celebration in our college, the pledge by the students to take part in the sports activities, yoga practice. We made it compulsory on all Saturdays, 1 hour to practice yoga. Even in the pandemic situation, we are continuing it in the online mode. Thank you, students, for the fullest cooperation. Health is wealth, so please practice yoga. The extension activities, NCC, NSS, CSS, RRC, Road Track, YRC, Enactors, ECEL, Enviro Club, Triple C, etc. This year, students' election for the first time in the history of Ethiraj College for Women was conducted online. E-polling was done, and the new union bearers have been selected, elected, and you will have a fullest cooperation from them, and you will give your fullest cooperation to them. Thank you. The students' union activities, NCC activities, NSS. We conducted many webinars, Campus Innovation League. We had the camp, Rotary Club activities, Youth Red Cross, ECEL, Enactus, the student leagues, campus innovations, holistic well-being, social works, Swachh Ethiraj, Green Enviro, Alumni Connect, website, disaster mitigation leagues. I'm very proud to announce that we won the prize from Indian Oil Corporation. The state play was conducted in the University of Madras by the Social Works League. Green Enviro Club for the league. I'm very happy to announce on online mode, many events were conducted in the year 2020-2021. 150 plus, it has reached more than 200 webinars and lectures, virtual internships, more than 10 workshops, and many quiz and contests. COVID-19 campus safety measures were taken in the college. The college created awareness on this pandemic by offering many motivational webinars. Vaccination camp was organized in the month of March 2021 for the faculty of the college, for the support staff, for the public. Precautionary measures were taken exclusively in both the campuses: thermal screening, sanitizer dispensing at all entry points, hand wash dispensers, special arrangements were done, was regulated at the entries, and social distancing was maintained. Thank you. Thank you very much for going through the slides. With the ongoing spread of the virus, we, the teachers, advocate our beloved students to take appropriate diet with the regulated portions of vitamins and water to boost up the immunity level. We all know that health is wealth. It's our duty to follow the norms preset by the state government and health authorities. Please follow all the measures to be carried in the campus and outside the campus regarding personal hygiene, frequent use of sanitizers, wearing masks, gloves, social distancing, etc. Join the mission with an optimistic approach of controlling the pandemic effectively. I'm very happy to announce that we are celebrating our Revere Founders Day birth anniversary and College Day 18th July 2021. Please join us. We will send the invitation to all of you. Please join us. I wish you all the pleasure of healthy friendship, knowledge enhancement, and holistic growth. Stay home, stay safe. With the blessings of God Almighty and our revered founder, the revered Ethiraj, let us march towards the Ethiraj College Excellency journey. With all your support, we will do it. Thank you. Thank you very much. Good morning, one and all. On behalf of Department of Biochemistry, I thank our principal, Dr. Escode, for her encouraging address. Madam's speech has given a list of all the activities happened during the academic year 2021, and I'm sure this will enable the students to adapt and overcome the hurdles created by this pandemic with greater confidence. Nothing is more pleasanter and fulfilling than exploring a library. In the current scenario, all printed resources have become inaccessible. So it is essential to enable our students to use electronic books, that is e-books, e-databases, e-journals, etc. May I now request Mrs. Premila Taiman, our Chief Librarian, to enlighten our students about the e-learning resources. I welcome you, ma'am.
Good morning and a warm welcome to all present. The coronavirus-induced lockdown has had a great impact on how libraries are being used to the world over, and the college is no exception. These sanctuaries of knowledge in colleges have been inaccessible to students and teachers physically for the better part of a year and a half now. Though the ability to physically browse titles and borrow books in the library has been suspended, the march of learning has to go on. And to rescue us from this situation, the library is now throwing open the services of information providers like Ebsco to all the students of the institution for remote learning. Online spaces have become the new hub for study, and the collection of Ebsco, which include full text databases, e-books, audiobooks, subject indexes, and also an array of historical digital archives, are a treasure trove to the digital learner. The college library subscribes to two databases. They are Academic Search Premier and the Business Source Elite. Our library has access to, on par with the best, content used by top universities and colleges in the world. Thanks to our management for making this possible. Hence, it's up to you individuals to tap the offered potential and make the best use of them. I invite all the students who have joined us in the orientation program to pay special attention to the lecture, which is to be delivered by Mr. Periyasamy Pradeep, the training manager with Ebsco Information Services. Over to Mr. Pradeep. For any queries, kindly mail to ethirajlibrary@gmail.com. Have a good day.
Good morning, everyone. I welcome all the participants from Ethiraj College for Women for the webinar on effective use of library resource. So, before I proceed, I would like to thank Dr. Pramila ma'am as well as Dr. Karpagam ma'am for giving me this opportunity to conduct this webinar for your highly esteemed institution. So, thank you so much for giving me this opportunity. And myself, Periyasamy Pradeep, the training manager for Ebsco Information Services, and I have given my contact details here, my email ID as well as my contact number. So if you have any queries, please kindly revert back to your library team. And if in case if you feel there is any query that need to be addressed by myself, you can always feel free to contact me. And as I told you, I'm the training manager working in Ebsco Information Services. I'm basically put up in Chennai. And just a very brief introduction about myself is I have completed my BE Mechanical Engineering from Anna University, and then my MS Aerospace Engineering from Queen Mary University. Then I have completed operational management from Russian University, Ulyanovsk University of Russia. And then I have also completed my PG diploma in Training and Development from Indian Academy of Training and Development, Chennai. And now I have been working in Ebsco Information Services for past 2 years. And let's get into this webinar. So before we get into the webinar, I would like to show you this QR code where you can access all your library resources from your institution through your mobile app as well. So this is the QR code where you can log in, where you can scan this code and you can download the mobile app. Or if you find difficult with scanning this QR code, you can go to your Play Store or your App Store, and then you can type Ebsco Mobile and start downloading this app, and then on you can able to access all the resources from your mobile phone itself. And in this session, I would be also discussing about how to authenticate your mobile app as well. And a very brief introduction about Ebsco. Ebsco, we are the world's leading aggregator of premium research information with more than 90,000 publications in over 400 databases. And the databases like Academic Search and Business Source Premier is been subscribed by you, and that is also one of the database out of this 400 databases. And we are global provider of multidisciplinary academic ebooks with more than 1.7 million ebooks from top 1,000 publishers across the globe. And I'm also happy to inform you that you have also subscribed for ebooks, and I will be also explaining about the database and ebooks, how you can able to access it from desktop as well as mobile application. And the other interesting thing is Ebsco's online research platform is one of the busiest for the subscription-based website in the world, and we have 100 million page views per day. And especially during this, lockdown situation, we have crossed this 100 million views per day to 120 million page views per day. So thank you for all the users who are using Ebsco's platform online. So this is where I thought I could start the session from. A very common question to you all. So where do you think you can start your academic search and researches? I believe most of you would be doing, the academic searches, which is related to your academic part, or there might be some of the students who would be doing their research work as well. Where do you start your searches from? So I'll just wait for 5 seconds. You can think it to yourself. And I know the very common question would be 95% of you would start your searches from Google, right? But or some of them may also go with Wikipedia, Ask, Google Scholar, SlideShare, journals, etc. But you know what? American College of Sports Medicine have also given that there may be a sign that a journal may be a predatory. They have given with a couple of points where they mention many are open access and require fees, quality is of substantial concern, and poor or no editing, and poor or no peer-reviewed journal, unethical business practices would have been followed. There may be false claim about the impact factor or indexing, etc. So these are all the signs that a journal may be a predatory if you directly access it from Google or some other open source. Then we come back to the same question. Where do you start your academic search or research from? Okay, the answer is very simple. The experts would always believe to start your search from your own library. Your institutional library knows exactly what is required for you. It might be a regional part or an international content. They know exactly what is required for you, and you would be getting the right set of information from them. So that's why they have invested a lot on to get the right set of articles. So always go to your library, use your resources to do your searches. Okay, there may be another common question, especially during this new normal with this pandemic situation and all the classes are happening from through online, and you're all from home, with the distance learning. How can we able to access the library resource? So that might be a common question. So that's where we come up with an initiation called digital library, and your library have provided digital library contents to you. So to access those things, I believe you all would have gotten login credential of how to access it, and then link through which you can get into your library resources. If you have any queries on that, please contact your library team so that they could able to help you on that part. So through that you can able to access the content, the digital library as well. Now, coming to the key attractions of this webinar. So first, I would be discussing about the overview of Ebsco subscription, like what are all the databases that you have subscribed and the ebook collections that you have got. So I believe we have subscribed for Business Source as well as Academic Search Premier. And then I would be discussing about how to use the basic and advanced search strategies, navigating through the search result, like printing, emailing, saving, exporting, etc. And how to set up an alert for the keywords or for the article what you use it regularly, or in the keywords like which you need to get the updates regularly. I would be sharing on that part. Then we have an interesting feature called personal folder. So how to create a folder, how to manage the folder, and how to share it. So this personal folder, you can use it like Google Drive, but the advantage is you can share multiple articles with a single click to whomever you want to share the articles to. So I would be explaining about the folder part, and then with the reference management, and also in the end I would be discussing about the Ebsco's mobile app and how to authenticate those apps through a video. So first, let me talk about the database Business Source Elite. As I told you, you have subscribed for two databases. First, let me give a very brief about Business Source Elite. So Business Source Elite, you have an active full text non-open access journals and magazines, which is a 467. Active full text non-open access peer review journal is 292. And active full text non-open access peer review journal with no embargo is 129. And since it is basically for the business students, so you can also able to view the company profiles here, or the information records of the any of the companies across the globe. It might be public limited, private limited, or even any of the organizations or the union. So you could able to access up to 14,500. And SWOT analysis of the companies, you have already got 5,293 companies. And case studies, it is of 8,265 case studies you can able to access it. This is the case studies of the companies across the globe. Okay. And some of the subjects include our accounting, finance, economic, marketing, management information system, operational management, etc. Are top subjects that has been covered here. And one of the top full text journal, we call it as Harvard Business Review. This is very popular journal, and this you can able to access from 1922 till present. That is for the past 99 years you can able to get the data. And Harvard Business Review is very much useful not only for the business students, also for the academic students, or anyone, even for the faculties, even for the researchers, even for an experienced person, because this deals with so many articles and so many things like work-life balance and how to be out of the stress, how to handle the new normal situation, and etc. There are so many life requirement topics are all being shared here, and this is one of the top journal. So you have this journal, and apart from that, you have some of the journals like Journal of Management, Industrial and Corporate Change, Journal of Advertising Research, Journal of Business Psychology, Journal of Sports Management, the Preview of Financial Studies, and Sustainable Development, Policy Sciences, Regulation and Governance, and some of the other journals like non-open access journals like business politics, conflict resolution, quarterly, management science, health marketing, and journal of management governance, journal of advertisement, journal of consumer policies, journal of dairy science, journal of global marketing, journal of forecasting, management, international review, quantitative finance, quantitative marketing and economics, review of world economics, and personal psychology, psychology and marketing, etc. And the next database I would like to discuss is about the academic search premier. So if you're a non-business student, you can always go and refer to this academic search premier. And here you have 2,271 active full text non-open access journals and 1,967 non-open peer-reviewed journals and 519 non-open peer-reviewed access with no embargo, and active full text non-open access journal indexed in Web of Science or Scopus is 1,791 journals. You can find it from here. So without spending much time on the PPT, let me quickly jump into the live demo part of it, where we can discuss more with the library resource and the database, how you can able to access to it. And I believe you all would have got the login credentials to access into the library content. And once you enter those things, this would be the landing page, where you will be landing with your institutional name on the top. And then you have a single search box here to give search, and then in the top you could find some of the other tabs which would be very much helpful for your research as well. So like new search or subject. So in the subject, I would be discussing about this in the later half of the session. Publication, where you can find the journals, and how to choose only the images and videos for your specific keywords and company profiles, etc. And next we have the important feature like sign in. So I always recommend you to sign in before you start anything from this database or from this platform. The reason being, let's say like if you have done a search for almost some 30 to 40 minutes or even for 1 or 2 hours, and you would have gotten some of the result page, just to look for your researches. But unfortunately, due to some technical issues or due to some network issues, if you find the window gets closed, so what happens is, whatever the effort you have made for the last 1 hour, all would have been got wasted. So just to avoid those kind of issues, I always recommend you to do a sign in before you start anything from the platform. So this sign in is where you need to enter your personal account, that is your Gmail ID or Yahoo, or if you have any of your institutional email IDs, you need to enter it here. So just click on sign in. And one more important thing is like, if you want to authenticate your mobile device, whatever the email address and the password you have given here, only through that you can able to authenticate it. So it's not mandatory that you need to use a common login credential for both desktop as well as mobile application. But let's say here you are signing in with Google, and in your mobile app, if you want to sign in with Yahoo, that's fine. You can always do it. But at least for the first time, that Yahoo email ID need to be signed in the desktop application, and then you can use it in your mobile phone. Okay, so which means an automatic authentication process is that you need to sign in from your desktop application and then go to your mobile application and then access to it. So if you have like Yahoo, Hotmail, Rediff Mail or something, you can just sign in with here. Or if it is for the first time, you need to click on sign up. Just enter your first name, last name, password. So it's more similar to how you create your Gmail, Yahoo account or Facebook account. It's more similar to that. And you can start entering the login credentials. But if in case, if you have Gmail or Google ID, you can continue with Google, click on that, and it would ask your login credentials. Just click on to that. It would directly take the login credentials. You just need to enter your password and then it automatically signs in to this page. Now you can see sign in has been changed to sign out and my name appears in the top. And also here it shows my Ebsco host from now on. Okay, which means you are already signed into it. So now whatever the search that you do it here, those information would be saved here in search history. And if in case there is by any chance if this window gets closed or something, you can retrieve your information from the database as well. And before we proceed, you also could find what are all the databases that has been selected. As I have told you, Ethiraj College for Women have been subscribed for Academic Search Premier, Business Source Elite, as well as for ebook collections. And you can just ignore this research starters and regional business news. All these are complimentary, which is being provided by us. So the top three database, the two database and ebook collections are available here. So if you want to get your result from all this, you can just select all, or let's say like if you want a focused result, you can just choose either one of the database. It might be business source or it might be academic search premier or ebook. You can choose any one and then you can start your searches. But I believe since you are basically into your student thing, and if you want to get information from all the resources, you can always select it as select all, and then you can start doing your researches, so that you get more opportunity to get the articles from different databases as well, for you to choose which is the right article for you. So once you have done that, you can now all set to start your searches. So this is a basic search single window where you can do it, or we do have this advanced search option. So advanced search option is nothing but you have multiple search boxes. You can add up to 12 search boxes. So while you are doing your research, you can just refine your keywords and your search terms as well. So that's why we have come up with advanced result. For example, let me take a keyword called consumer behavior, and let's say like if you want this to be as a title, so the consumer behavior should be in a title, and if you know the author name, I can also refine it with the author name, and in the field I can just go with author, so that it gives you more refined results from here. Okay, so if I click search, you can see the consumer behavior, the keyword what I have given, that has been available in the title, as well as author name is Smith. So whichever article that has been written by author Smith, you can able to find in the result. Okay, so this is the difference between the advanced search, where you can refine your searches before you do a search. Okay, now coming back here, just to explain other couple of features from here, we have expanders as well as limiters. So what is expanders? So expanders is something like let's say like if you are searching for any specific keywords. Okay, so there might be a chance that you would be end up with very limited results. So in that case, if you want to find more results, you can always use the option called expanders. And apart from that, there might be a chances like when we want to look for some of the information, and we would be addressing that with a keyword, but author might have used a different terminology to address those keywords. So we may not sure what are the exact keywords or subject terms that the author have been used. Just to avoid all those confusions, you can always use the expanders here. For example, we have three different set of expanders. One is apply related word. So let's say like if I want to search for a keyword called neoplasm. Okay, so neoplasm is a direct synonym for the keyword tumor. So I believe tumor has two spellings. One is the American spelling, the other one is the British spelling. And also a direct synonym for this would also be like cancer. So these are all the different set of keywords that can be used by an author, and they can also use the singular or plural form of the tumor. So they may use tumors, cancer, neoplasm, etc. Just I cannot, as a user, I cannot enter all these keywords here to search, and I know I cannot use my vocabulary or the dictionary to find out the direct synonyms and enter those search words. So just to avoid all these confusions, what I can do is, let me just type a keyword called neoplasm or tumor, and then come here, click on apply related word, which means this takes also the direct synonym of it. Okay, so this is one of the advantage of the expanders like apply related word. So next we have also search within the full text of the article. So with my previous example, I have shown you that I can choose a field from here, like select title or author name or subject term or source, etc. I can, choose the field. But let's say, like I have entered some, more focused the keyword, and I just end up with some 100 articles or 50 articles. But I want to look for more number of articles. You can always go with also search within the full text of the article. So in that case, if an article contains 50 pages, okay, and the keyword what I have entered here might present in the 10th page, and that has been discussed just for one single passage or two passage from the author, they can also retrieve the information from those couple of passages, and you can also get the information. So is this retrieves information from all the article with all pages, with all paragraphs, etc. Okay. Next, we have apply equivalent subject. So apply equivalent subject is nothing but, as I have told you before, we would have been searching for a subject terms, with a different set of words, but the author would have addressed the same thing with different terminology. So in that case, we can always click on apply equivalent subjects. For example, let me say, if I want to look for a keyword called workplace injuries, okay. So I would want to look for a keyword workplace injuries, but author might have given the some terminology with occupational injuries or occupational accidents or workplace accidents, or it may be like workplace different health issues. There may be so many keywords that an author can use, but I cannot sit and think of each and different keyword and enter it here. So if you just check this and click on workplace injury, you will get an result for all different subject terms that might be possibly being entered here. Okay, so this is about the expanders. And now let me type a keyword called econometrics and do a search. There are also limiters. So limiters I would be explaining you when we land into the result page. So if I type econometrics, you can see there are almost 1,69,000 of articles that is available, and you can find all the information shown here. And in the top, you can also find there is a result per page is up to 10. I always recommend you to change this into result per page as 50 and click apply. The reason being, there is a common, there is a common habit with the researchers that when we do any of the research or when we do any of the search, we may not tend to navigate more than 3 or 4 pages. For example, let me give you a very common example. Just imagine you are typing some general search in Google. Okay, so how many page do you navigate? So whatever the result we find in the first page, we would tend to take it. We don't navigate to second, third, or fourth. And if in case you didn't find the exact result in the first page, you may go to second or third. That is a very rare situation. So a common tendency is that we may not be able to navigate to multiple pages. Okay. So in that case, if a result per page is just 10, you would be just end up with looking of the 10 articles. But if you set it to 50, you can able to view up to 50 articles, or even if you navigate till 3 or 4 pages, you can end up viewing at least 150 to 200 articles. That would give you a chance to find the right set of articles that you are looking for. So always set result per page as 150. And the other important thing is you have a relevance. A question that has been asked, whenever I conduct a session, is that how do I know the search result, what is coming here, is more relevant to the keywords that I have looked for, or more relevant to the topic that I have looked. So you can find those information here. You can find there is a relevance option, which means it is more relevant to the keyword what I have entered. And you can also go ahead with find out with date newest. So this brings what are all the latest article that has been added in this database. And you can also search with date oldest as well as with the author names. And next we have an option called share article. So if you want to add all these 50 articles, so let's say like you have got a search result of it, but unfortunately you may not have time as of now to look and go through each and every articles here. So what you can do is you can add all these 50 article into the folder that is in the top. So just click on result 1 to 50 and you could be able to add all this article into the folder that is in the top. Okay. So all the 50 article has been added to the folder here. And if you want to set an alert for this keyword like econometrics, you can always set an alert by clicking on email alert. So this will notify to your email ID whenever there is a new article is being added here. And you can also use this RSS feeds to get notified when a new article is added. So you have both options to set alerts here. Okay. And now coming to the limiters point. So let me go to the left side of the screen. So you can find we have limiters like full text. So all the result of 169,000 what you see here, they might contain full text articles, or there might be articles which just has the abstract part of it. So you can limit your search with full text. So if you limit it with full text, you have two different options. One is the HTML full text of options, as well as the PDF full text format you can able to access. And then you also have references available. So references available is nothing but if you click onto it, it shows the article which is contained the reference, and that has been shown in the first page itself. Okay, so these are all the articles that is also having the reference apart from the citations. You can also find those things here, and then you can also limit it with the scholarly peer reviewed. So peer reviewed is nothing but an article is being approved by the experts in that specific field. For example, as of now, I have taken a keyword regarding econometrics. So econometrics is nothing. If an article from econometrics is peer reviewed, then the article, whatever you find it here, would be gone through and that has been approved by the experts from econometrics across the globe. It's not only from Chennai, it's not only from India. Across the globe, the top authors would have already been approved those articles. So those articles, we call it as peer-reviewed article. Okay. And then we have the year range limiters. So if you take for econometrics, we have data from 1892 to till 2021. That is almost more than 120 years of article you could be able to access from the database. And you can also limit it. So if you want to limit to last 20 years, you can just type 2000 and then you can find last 20 years of the article. So below that we have a source type. So source type is nothing but from where this article has been given to you. That is, it might be from journals, academic journals, magazines, or it might be some of the reviews that has been added, or it might be from trade publications. So you can find the source type here. And we do have subjects like what are all the major source of subjects that has been contributing for this article. So like non-fiction, developing countries, panel analysis, least squares, etc. I'm sorry. So the top 6 subject has been shown here. And if you want to access to the top 20 of it, just click on show more and you get a pop-up window where you can find the top 20 subjects that is contributing to the result. And by default, all these subjects are available as per the hit count, with which is contributing more number of result. And if you want to change it into an alphabetical order, just click on the hyperlink on the name. So it has been arranged in an alphabetical order, and you can also sort your result by checking on this checkbox. And then we have this publication and publisher. So these are all common things. So I think I don't need to spend much time on here. And then we have the company information. So the company here, it not only includes the private limited or the public limited companies, it also includes like unions, like European unions, or it also includes like organizations, and it also includes like DRDO, ISRO, or any other organization that would could able to retrieve a right set of result for you. And we have languages. As you all know, you not only get the articles in English language, you do have other languages like Spanish, Russian, Turkish, Portuguese, Polish, German, France, even some there may be very remote chances that you might have article in Hindi as well. And then we have geography. So this is one of the common question which I always get when I conduct a conduct a webinar, or if I conduct a on-site session, that what does the geography mean? There are two things, like this geography always means where the article has been published, not about where the research have been taken place. So let's say I travel to Europe and I have conducted a research in European nations, okay, and I come back to India and I publish that article in India. So in that case, you could find my article under India, not under Europe or Europe Union. So it shows where the article is being published, not where the research has been taken place. You just need to be aware of this specific point, because this is a common question which I always get here. And then we do have this industries, industry standards and codes. Okay, so these are all up to the limiter part. And the most interesting thing about the database is that you have you can find the images which is related to the article. So that appears to you in the top in the result page itself before opening the article. So if you want to download any of these images, you can directly click on this image and you can download, and you can also find by clicking on show all images, and you can find those images and you can just click on to it. See, you get the images here. You can directly print it, or you can right click to save this article or email this article, etc. I mean, email this image, etc. So without opening the article, you can find the images that has been present here in all the article. And of course, you can also find the video part of it. So let me explain that in another sometime. So as I have told you, you have two different formats, the HTML full text as well as the PDF full text. The PDF full text is more common thing which you already would be experienced with, with the PDF reader, whatever we get. So it's more similar to that. So it's more similar to that. So you can just scroll down to access the PDF content of it. Okay, and with the HTML full text, if I click on the HTML full text, you have extra 3 more benefits when compared to PDF. The first thing is you can listen to the article. So let's say like if you're traveling or something, you may not able to read the content from your digital devices. So in that case, you can just plug in your earphones and click on listen, and then you can find the articles here. I mean, this would read the complete article from the first line till the last line completely. And then you have the next advantage is that you can change the languages of here. So as I have told you, if you find any article from Portuguese, Russian, Chinese, Japanese, Korean, etc., you can just click on to the option where you can change this article and change the language of the article. So let's say like this article as of now it is in English. So if I click on French and give translate, it gets translated. So this progress depends on our internet speed. It's taking an extra couple of minutes to translate that article. Yeah. So now we can find from the title till the last line, the whole article has been translated into French. Okay. And did you find here there we had this text to speech option when it is in the original language, that is English. Now we don't find the text to speech option. So as of now, the text to speech is available only for the original language, not for the translated language. So that might be English, French, German. That doesn't matter, but it should be from the original language in which the author have written this article. And the third advantage is all this subheadings are hyperlinked, so you can directly jump into that specific heading. So this feature is not available in PDF. I believe you all know it. In PDF you just need to scroll down to go to different subheadings or to go to different pages. But in HTML it is all hyperlinked, and if you want to come to the top of it, just click on the title, you will be on the top. And next, some of the tools that is available here, like Google Drive. As I have told you, you can directly export this article into Google Drive if you have your Gmail account, and you can print this article, you can email it, so you can save it or download this article. So these are all very common things. And you can also find the citations for this article. So if you're using this for any of your researchers or for your academic purpose, you always need to enter your citation. So you can just enter that citation here. So you find top 7 citation formats like ABNT, AMA, APA, Vancouver, Harvard, all those citations, you can find it here. And you can also export that into the bibliographic management software, or you can just copy it and paste it in your Word file as well. So this is how you can export it. You can also export it in Noodle tools. I believe nowadays most of you have this LMS options as well. So you can also export those things to your LMS software. And in the end, you have this permalink. What is permalink? See, a very common tendency we all have is whenever we need to share this article to someone, we just tend to copy the URL on the top. So this URL is session based. If you find something like web.b.ebsco.com, this is session based. Maybe after 10 or 15 minutes, if you click on to this, you may not land up into the same page. So always remember to copy the permalink. Permalink is nothing but the permanent link, where you can copy this link and you can share it even as a text message, WhatsApp message, Telegram message, or like something through Facebook Messenger, or whichever way you want to share it, you can share it, and the receiver would also able to directly access to the article with the permalink. Okay, they might be part of our organization, they might be out of organization. If they have this login credential to access the Ebsco content, they can always able to access the access this article through permalink. Okay, now let me just go back to the result page. So as you remember, I have already added some of the article into the folders. So the first 50 articles from this page to the folder, and you can find all those articles here. Okay, the first 50 articles, you can find it here. And you can see on the left side, there is an option called My Custom and New, where you have an option to create a folder. So you can already find there is a folder called Ethiraj, so which I have just created before this session. So if you want to create one more folder, you can just click on New here and you can create a folder. So you can create a number of folders. You don't have any restrictions on that part. So let me type ECW. I have just kept as a folder, and I have created a new folder. And in fact, if you want, you can also create subfolders here. So you have you can create a number of folders and a number of folders. You don't have any restriction on that part. And once I have created the folder, let me add this article to the folder ECW, which I have recently created. And now you can see there is an option called share. You can share this article to others. Let's say, like, if you click on the share option, so this folder option would act like the Google Drive. the advantages here, you can add n number of articles in this folder and then you can share it. Okay, so for example, as of now I had 50 article in the folder called ECW, and I can enter the recipient name who need to get access to this folder. I can just add that one here, and if I need to add some subject headings or some messages, and I can also restrict this with passcode, just to look for the privacy content, privacy things, and then I can just invite them here. So you can add a number of recipients. You even don't have restrictions on that part. And a very common question which I always get is, if I add folders and if I add subfolder, and if I share the folder, does my subfolder also being shared? The answer is of course yes. So if you create a folder and some of the subfolders under that, if you share the folder, of course the whole subfolder is also being shared. But if you share any of the subfolders under the folder, so the other subfolders would not be accessible to them. So if it is a folder, all the subfolders would be shared, and if it is a subfolder, only that specific subfolders would be shared to them. Okay, and you can share the same folders with different set of users as well. So let's say let's say that you are a professor. Okay, as a professor, if you want to share it, what you can do is, and you are handling a same set of semester for each and every year, or you would be handling morning batch and evening batch. So if you have all this thing, what you can do, you can create a folder and add the content that is related to their academic things, and you can share this folder first time for the morning batch, and with some small alterations, if you want to share it to the evening batch, you can also share it. And you can create one more folder, and you can add it for the second year students or third year students, or even for the first year students. You can also differentiate it with different folders, and then you can share those things. The biggest advantage is whatever the article you added here, they get notified. So whoever gets the who are in the invitation list, they all would get notified. And if you remove any of the articles, they won't get notified. So whenever there is a new article that has been added into the folder by you, they would get notified. And as a student, if you take, let's say, like if you're doing some group projects, okay, with 4 or 5 students together, if you're doing some projects, you can always use this folder, because you can allocate a different set of work and different area of research among you, and then you can add on all the works into the specific folders. And at the end of the project, you can sit together to analyze what are all the article that is required for you and what are all not, and then you can also do sort out accordingly. So that is how this folder would play a very major role in sorting out the right set of articles, or sharing more number of articles just with some single clicks you can able to access. So this is about the folder. And let me go back to the home page. And next we have this subject. So if I click on subjects, you can find it shows about the different database that you can able to get access. So let me go with the academic search premier database. And you can find there are 2 set of boxes. One is the search box, the other one is the browse box. So let me go here and let me type a subject term called marketing. Okay, and do a browse. So always use the browse box, don't use the search box. So I have just typed a subject heading called marketing, and you can find there are different combinations of words that come along with the marketing here. So let me click on marketing, and you find here the scope note about what exactly in this aspect the marketing is being discussed, and what is the broader term to the subject heading that we have entered, and what are all the narrower terms like advertising, bank marketing, brand marketing, branding, color marketing, commercial marketing, etc. So what are all the narrower terms that is also been shown here. And if you just scroll down, you can find what are all the related terms that is to marketing subject heading what we have chosen. and where this kind of search terms can be used also been shown here. Okay, so if in case, let's say if you want to do a search with all these terms, the broader term, narrower term, related term, as well as where it has been used, you can just click on the explode option. So if you click on this explode option, you can find in the top all this terms is being added to the search. So how you can add it? Just click on add. You can find all the terms is being added here, and you can just give a search from. So first we will be going in the browse, enter the keyword, look for the broader and narrower term. Then we go to then we click on add, and then come to the search with all the terms here. You can find, if I place my mouse on this, you can find what are all the keywords that we have added here, and we get a result for it. So for this, we have almost 1.5 million of article that has been taken as a result. Okay, and as I told you, you can also find some of the related images with the keywords what we have taken. See, and all the images here are with the HD quality, as well as you can also get the citations for each and every image, and you can also use those citations like when you're publishing it in any of your work, or even the images are all present here. So this is about the subjects. So then let me go to the publication part. Let me go to new search. So publication is the place where you find different set of journals. Okay, so you find different set of journals here. Let me go with the psychology now. Let me look for a journal called Personal Psychology. Yeah, it's coming here. So let me look for a journal called Personal Psychology. And before that, I would also like to explain you all the journals are being sorted in an alphabetical order. If you know the journal name, you can directly click here for a search, and then you can do it. If not, you just need to click on that alphabet, and you need to search it by scrolling down. So I have entered a journal name called Personal Psychology, and you can see I have a journal for this. So you can find the bibliographic informations, and you also find from when this article are present. So you can find from 1985 to present it is available, and it is in both PDF and full text format. So if we click on this, and oops, I'm sorry, and just give me a minute. Yeah, so this is the journal. You can find different set of issues that has been published. So from 1985, it still goes date back. It's not from 1985 actually. It is from 1948. Yeah, it's from 1948. You can find it. And if you want to look into, let's say, some of the journal in the year of 2000, so you can just click on 2000, and it is a quarterly magazine. So it comes with the 4 different seasons like winter, autumn, summer, and spring. So if you want to access to issue that has been published in the autumn, you can just click onto it, and you can find the articles that is available in the journal. And a very common question here is, so does you get the the results here as per the journal, as per the page wise? No, it is about the topic wise. Okay, so there have been 26 topics that has been discussed on this edition, and you find those topics, and you can also see in what are all the page number these topics are discussed. So it's between page 531 and 562 it has been discussed, and the next topic it has been discussed with page 563 to 595 593. So you can find those informations all here. And again, this has HTML full text and PDF full text form of it. And if you just go back, and if you want set alert for this journal, okay, You can also set an alert to the email address. Just click on a share option and click email address and enter your email ID. You can set an alert. So whenever there is a new article or whenever there is a new issue that has been published for this journal, you will get notified to your email address. So in a simpler term, this is a quarterly magazine. So every quarter you will get a notification to your email ID saying that there is a new set of articles that has been published here. And there are different set of articles like that. And as I have told you, you can also able to access articles like Harvard Review, Harvard Business Review also, that has been directly published from Harvard. So you get a number of articles that is helpful for professional as well as your personal life as well. Okay. Now coming to the next feature we have in the top is images. So if you want to directly access to the image, you can just come here, click on image, quick view collections, and then you can search for the login credential. Search for the result. And same way, if you click on the advanced search, even from here you could able to access to the image. Okay. So just let me type a keyword. No, I will take a keyword called some psychology and behavioral science collections. And if I scroll down and if I click on this quick view, you can able to get only the images. And even here you can limit the images, whether you want black and white photograph, color photograph, or you want like graph, or in the chart, or pie diagram, map. So whatever kind of images you want to look, you can select it. So I have just generally clicked on image view, and then I have clicked the search, and you can find all these images are available. All the article with the images that is available, you can find it here. So let me also go here and change some different keywords. Like consumer behavior, and give a search. You can find the images as per that. And of course, yes, as I have told you in the beginning, you can also find videos, which is related to that search term or the keyword that we have entered in the top. So for the keyword consumer behavior, what I have entered, you can find there are 3 different videos that is available. You can also view those videos here. So you can find a text article, just with abstract. You can find full text articles. You can find the article that contains references. You can find article that contains image, and also you can find article that contains videos. So in this way, you can you have multiple options to choose, to make your search interesting with different set of results here. So that is one thing. And in the last, with the database part, I would like to explain about the company profile. As I have told you, you can view almost 14,500 plus company profiles here. So you can see a list of companies that has been shown. In companies also you can see it, and also the international companies like the Infotech Limited, etc. So what I will do is, let me look for a company called Facebook. I know you all would be a part of Facebook. So let us understand more about Facebook, what exactly they are doing and who are all the key personalities of this. So if I click on Facebook, you can see a company name that has been hyperlinked, where you can find the information about the company. Also, you can find the market line report. So first I'm clicking on company name, and it just gives me a very basic information about what Facebook is exactly. And on the left side, you can also find some of the related information that could contribute result for Facebook. One is with the academic journal, where it has been discussed, or trade publications, magazine, news, review journals and books. And to access to the MarketLine report, just click on MarketLine. And here, all the company profile MarketLine report are in the PDF format. You may not find the HTML formats here. So this is the company profile. So I'm just clicking on. So you'll find the table of content. What are all the things that you can hear? Company overview, key facts, business descriptions, what are the histories about the company. Of course, it's a new company, so you may not find a very huge history. But let's say if you take some companies like Tata or Ford or Larsen and Torbo, you can find a huge history on that part. And we also could able to find about the key employees and the employees biography, major products and services that this company is offering, and what is the SWOT analysis of this company: strength, weakness, opportunity, and threat. You can find it. And who are all the top competitors, and what is the company view on location and subsidiaries. You can find it here. So let me just scroll down. So you can find some of the key facts about the company: location, contact number, fax number, and what is their revenue, and all those informations. And you can find some of the contracts and agreements that has been planned by the company. So let me still scroll down. Then you can also find some of the key employees here. So as you all know, Mark Zuckerberg, he is the chairman and CEO, and also Sheryl Sandberg, you can find it, and other key employees you can find. And you can also find their descriptions, what is their job title and what is their experience, and all those informations you can find it here. Then if you still scroll down, major products and services, what they provide, you can find it. And you can also get the SWOT analysis of the company. So the strength of the company is it has strong liquidity and revenue growth driven by advertisement, vast and lucrative databases. And weaknesses, it involved in lawsuits and litigations. I believe you all know about some of the lawsuits that has been happening under Facebook, and it always go through some of the lawsuits. And of course, then the opportunity. This is an investment in news industry, and what are the different opportunities as of now the company is having, and also about the threats. So about the competition pressure and threats, like it always breaches the security, and that is always been negatively impact. And most of the time they come in the news, with the negative news rather than the positive thing. So you can, in that way, you can understand more about it. Okay. And also if you go to the um, threat or also the weakness, you can get a detailed report of the SWOT analysis of the companies here. And in fact, some of the companies, before you could invest in stock market or something, you can also have a look into it. And you can also see who are all the top competitors for this company. So we were thinking like Facebook might be a monopoly, but not. Amazon have come, Apple and Google, LinkedIn, MySpace, Snap, Twitter, YouTube. These are all the competitor company for Facebook. So all these informations you can find it under MarketLine. So similarly, you can find this information for 14,500 plus companies here. Okay, so this is about the database for both academic search as well as for the business resource. And the last part I would like to discuss here is about the ebooks. So let me just choose ebook collections alone. So if you want to look into the ebook collections, remove the databases and the complementary access that you have. Just choose only the ebook collection and go to the ebook part. And let me type some keywords like cognitive psychology and do a search for ebook. So I have just taken keyword. So I have not entered the name of the book, but I have just entered the keyword through which I need an result for it. So I have got an ebook collections here. So the critic of the judgment, and you can download this book in a PDF format, or you can also find most relevant pages from this book which discusses on the topic called cognitive psychology. So you have an option now. So whether you want to download the entire book or you want to download the pages that is more relevant to the keywords, you can also choose those options. Okay, so this applies with different ebook. So it's not mandatory that every time you need to read a complete set of books. So with the keywords, which is more related to the keywords that you have given, and you can find the books. And also, of course, you can find some of the videos also under ebook. Okay. And the most important thing, see, if I click on this ebook from the top, so this take you to different categories of ebook collection that you can able to access, not only in the purview of academic, but also the general collections. Okay, so you can find different set of ebooks like which is related to psychology, which is related to religion, science, political science, mathematics, study aids and language, travel, and also some crimes. You can find it. Oops, I'm sorry. So you can find all those, and you can also find some of the fiction and non-fiction books here. But just to ensure you, you may not find books like Harry Potter or the Bride and Prejudice. You cannot find those books because when I was looking for what are all the top keywords that you have been searching, from Ethiraj College, what is the highest number of search that have been done? So that is for Harry Potter. So you don't find books, those kind of books here. So see, Harry Potter, all the books which you can able to get it from a normal, bookstores or from normal shops or Amazon or Flipkart. You can directly get it from there. So those books won't be available. So the book which you may not be able to get from those places, you can directly able to access from this. Even though it is, not part of your academic, it's for the general thing, but still whatever the book you can get it freely. I mean, that is available mostly from the market, so you don't need to get the same books here. So here you might be find some of the books which is not easily available in the market. Okay, so I hope now you will stop searching for the contents like Harry Potter or the other things. Okay. So this is about the database and the ebook from the desktop application. So what I will do is now I'll quickly jump into the live demo part of, for the mobile app into the PPT, and then I would be explaining that with a small video, how you can authenticate the mobile app. So this is a favorite quote by Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam. He has discussed this point in the year 2014 when he was giving a convocation in one of the institute in Pondicherry. So he says library should be integrated with mobile platform to empower people in the country, particularly the youth, with knowledge from books and journals. With India having over 700 million mobile subscribers, we can create mobile-based books which can be shared by libraries across the nation. And of course, as I told you, we have discussed this in the year 2014, and now we are in 2021, and India's mobile subscriber have crossed billions. Okay, so just to with the dream which Abdul Kalam had, Ebsco have also come up with mobile app. And as I told you before, you can download the mobile app from App Store or Google Play Store. If you type Ebsco Mobile, you can able to download it. And some of the features of Ebsco Mobile app are that you can quickly conduct a search and save article for later references, pull up previously saved search result. You can stay organized with the access to saved item across the device, share article details, link with a mobile friendly option, etc. And most importantly, you can also download the ebook from your mobile phone, and you can also read it, like how you download the book from Kindle or something. I mean, in the Kindle, you cannot download it into the device, but from the Ebsco mobile app, you can download the books into the device as well, provided if you have this Adobe Digital Reader. Okay. And these are all slides like how you can able to access the mobile phone. So rather than explaining with the slides, what I would like to do is I would like to share you a video where you can have better understanding of the mobile app. So I'm just going to play this video.
The Ebsco mobile app provides library users with an easy way to access their library's Ebsco host and Ebsco Discovery Service resources. It is available for Apple and Android devices from the iTunes App Store and Google Play Store. After downloading the app, open it on your device and tap Get Started. Tap the search box to find your library, or tap Use My Location to find a library near your physical location. Select your institution from the list and click Next. Tap Continue to allow the app to continue to sign you in, then log in using the method provided by your institution, such as a username and password combination, single sign-on, or a library card barcode. Or, if you have already created a personal user account, you can sign in with your personal account credentials. From the mobile app home screen, you can access articles you've recently viewed, discover recent subjects, and view content that is popular on the app. When viewing recent subjects, you can swipe left to view more. To search the app, begin by tapping the magnifying glass in the menu at the bottom. Enter your search terms in the search box. Then tap Search on your device's keyboard to run the search. Or tap a filter, peer-reviewed, full text, or date range to apply it to your search. Your results are displayed. Tap an article or book title to see the details or read the full text when available. Scroll down to view the details of the article. You can view all subjects related to an article by swiping to the left. If full text is available, tap Read Now to read the article. Tap the like icon to save the article within the app. Tap the likes icon at the bottom of the screen to view your saved articles. When you are logged into the app, using the Find My Organization option, liked articles are saved until you are logged out of the app, at which time they are removed. When you are logged into the Ebsco mobile app with your personal user account, articles that are liked in the app are also saved to your personal My Ebsco Host folder and are available from anywhere you log into Ebsco Host or EDS. The Ebsco mobile app lets you share links to articles using your device's tools. Tap the Share icon and select the desired method to share the link to an article from your device's available options. The Ebsco mobile app interface can be translated into multiple languages by changing the language in your device's settings. Please refer to your individual device's support materials for more information. To learn more about the Ebsco mobile app, as well as how to create your own personal account, please visit Ebsco Connect at connect.ebsco.com.
Introducing Speechalo, the most natural sounding text-to-speech software on the market. Hey, I'm Joey.
I'm sorry. So that is about the Ebsco mobile app. And of course, I have just shared videos here. So when I conduct an a direct online session with your institute, I could also able to give you an hands-on session on mobile app, how you can authenticate it, how you can use this. And also, like if you have any queries, please make a note of it, and we can also discuss that when we do an hands-on session, an interactive hands-on session part. Okay. So that's all from my side. So thank you for investing your time for this webinar. I hope this would be a wonderful investment of your time that you have made. And if you have any library team, you can contact Pramila ma'am or Karpaga ma'am so that they could able to help you on that. And if in case, if you find there is something that I could able to help you out with, this is my email ID and this is my contact number and WhatsApp number. You can always feel free to contact me. I'm always there to help you on all your queries. Thank you.
I thank Mr. Periyaswamy Pradeep for creating awareness on usage of e-learning resources to learn anytime and from anywhere. Dear students, we are now at the end of this today's session. Dear students, we are now at the end of this today's session. I thank you all for your sincere participation. Tomorrow, please join by 10:30 a.m. and the link will be sent in your class groups. Thank you all.